Marhaban, ahlan wa sahlan. I'm so excited meeting you all again with this series of important topics under the Arabic grammar rules. These topics will help you both in your spoken Arabic and your writing Arabic. And these topics are as follows. Before anything, if you have not subscribed to our channel, do hit on the subscription button to be part of this family. The first topic is al-fa'il. What is al-fa'il? Al-fa'il means subject that is a performer of the action in a sentence. When you have a sentence, you usually have the performer of the action, the one who performs the action. Second, we shall be treating al-maf'ulu bihi or maf'ulu bihi, which means the object of the sentence, that is the receiver of the action being performed by the fa'il. And we are also going to look at iltiqa'u sakinain. This is just a little topic that we need to shed light on. What is iltiqa'u sakinain? The coming together of two sukun. This you will learn, and we will also talk about the past tense verbs, how they are majorly coming in three letters, and these three letters are called radicals. Now, can we dive in the topics? Yes, of course. The first thing we shall be discussing is al-fa'il. And what is al-fa'il? Al-fa'il means subject of a sentence. Let me quickly give you examples. The first example we have is ja'a Muhammadun. Look at this. And second, we have raja'a Muhammadun. And last, we have daraba Muhammadun aliyan. Now look at the first sentence, ja'a Muhammadun. Muhammad came. There is an action that is being performed here, and the action is the action of coming. Who performed the action? It is Muhammad. So Muhammadun here is coming as the fa'il. And what is fa'il? The subject of the sentence, the performer of the action. And there's a specific rule which guides this, and the rule is that the subject of the sentence should be in the nominative case. What's nominative case? Meaning it should carry dhamma, except when we have some exceptions which we shall treat further. But subject of sentence, al-fa'il, that is subject of the sentence, should always be carrying dhamma, and that is what we call the raf'u case, the nominative case. Let's look at the second sentence, raja'a Muhammadun. Muhammad returned. There's an action of returning being performed by who? By Muhammad. That's why you can see Muhammadun coming with in the nominative case carrying dhamma. And the subject of the, when we talk about subject of the sentence, it usually appears when we have a verbal sentence. And you already know what a verbal sentence is. That a verbal sentence is a sentence which begins with a verb, unlike the nominal sentence that begins with a noun. So in verbal sentence, you have both the verb and also the subject and sometimes the object. Now look at the last sentence, daraba Muhammadun aliyan. Muhammad beats Ali. So Muhammad here is the object of the subject of the sentence, therefore it is carrying dhamma. This all I want us to learn today about subject of the sentence, the fa'il. Another thing I would want to shed light on in subject of the sentence is that sometimes the subject of the sentence could come as a pronoun. Like when I have darabtu aliyan, I beat Ali. Darabtu. Now you cannot see my name there. Rather you see darabtu, and daraba is the past tense verb. But the two which is being attached to it indicates the performer of the action. So the two there means I. So darabtu, I beat. Just like when I say sharibtu, I drank. Just like when I say raja'tu, I return. So these two means what? The fa'il, the subject of the sentence, the performer of the action. I can also say ja'at Fatimatu. Fatima came. Ja'at Fatimatu. Now that Fatima is coming, we have ja'at Fatimatu. Fatima came. You can see ja'at there. I can also say, for example, I can also say darabtu Fatima, I beat Fatima. So the two there will also signify or indicates the fa'il, the subject of the sentence. Now I want us to look at this sentence. When you have dhahaba tullabu and dhahaba talibu. Dhahaba talibu means the student went. Then when we have dhahaba tullabu, the students went, because at-tullabu here is the plural form of at-talibu. And why don't we say dhahabu? Because dhahaba means he went for a singular person. Now that we have at-tullabu plural form, we should have dhahabu, but it wouldn't be correct because it would be a form of tautology like we are repeating. So it would be wrong for us to say dhahabu at-tullabu, because it may mean that they, the students, all went. So it doesn't sound right. So what we should say is still ذهب الطلاب. This is different from when we say الطلاب ذهبوا in the opposite side, because here this sentence is no longer a nominal sentence. A verbal sentence, it is now a nominal sentence. So you can see the difference. When you have a verbal sentence, you will say ذهب الطلاب, the students went. You use the singular form ذهب. But when you have a nominal sentence, what you say is at-tullabu dhahabu, the students went. Look at this difference. Now we said we are also going to be discussing maf'ulun bihi. What is the maf'ulun bihi? It is the opposite of al-fa'il, which is the object of the sentence. So when an action is being performed, usually you will have the performer of the action and the receiver of the action. Like when I said in the last sentence that daraba Muhammadun Aliyan, Muhammad beats Ali. So the performer of the action here is Muhammad, and who received the action of beating, that is Ali. So a rule guiding the maf'ulun bihi is that the maf'ulun bihi should always be in the nasbu case, which is the accusative case, meaning it should carry fatha, and that is why you see Aliyan, daraba Muhammadun Aliyan, Muhammad beat Ali. So maf'ulun bihi will carry fatha, while the fa'il will carry dhamma. Let me give you an example. I can also say Akala Aliyun at-ta'ama. Ali ate the food. So Ali here is coming as the subject of the sentence, al-fa'il, performer of the action, and the food which is being consumed, it is coming as the object of the sentence, receiver of the action of Ali. So Ali, you will carry dhamma, and the food will carry fatha. So when I also brought a sentence where I said Darabtu Muhammadan, I beat Muhammad. So Darabtu, here you can see that the two there is what indicates the performer of the action, while Muhammadan is coming as the maf'ulun bih. When you recite the Quran, you come across a lot of nouns that will come sometimes with dhamma, and some other times they will come with fatha. With this, you will now understand that these verbs, these nouns, majorly they are coming as the subject of the sentence or the object of the sentence, and an indication is that the subject of the sentence will carry dhamma while the object will carry fatha. And we said we are also going to be talking about iltiqa'u sakinain. I can say, for an example, to give you an insight of what we mean by iltiqa'u sakinain, the coming together of two sukun. I can say daraba Bilalun ibnahu. Look at this sentence, daraba Bilalun ibnah. Bilal beat his son. Daraba Bilalun ibnah. When you look at the word Bilalun, it ends with sukun, Bilalun. Now when you look at ibnah, since we're going to be joining them together, the alif, the hamza will be removed from there, so we have b with sukun. So this coming together of sukun, you will no longer say Daraba Bilalun ibnah. That will be difficult to pronounce. So what you need to do, the first word which ends with sukun, you change it to kisra. So it becomes Daraba Bilaluni ibnah. Daraba Bilaluni ibnah. Bilal beat his son. So you can see that iltiqa'u sakinain can also come in different patterns. Like when I say man at-talibu, who is the student? Man at-talibu. Now here you must do iltiqa'u sakinain in order to be able to connect these two words together. So what I will say is to say man at-talibu, who is the student. Even though man originally ends with sukun, but because I want to connect the two words together, I will change that noon to kisra for easy pronunciation. So I will say man talibu, who is the student. Halumma, we have a lot of examples under these. As we move on, you will learn. And lastly we're going to learn here is that we have the past tense verbs in Arabic language. Majorly they come in 3-letter words, and that is what we call al-fi'lu thulathi al-mujarrad, the triliteral verbs. Verbs which have their 3 letters as the original letters, like the word fa'ala, dhahaba, qatala, makasa, and the rest. There are many verbs. Majorly all the verbs, the major verbs comes in these forms. And the first letters are called the first radical, second letter called the second radical, and the third letter is called the third radical. If you have not watched the video, we discussed this extensively. You can click on the link above to watch it and understand. And we say all these verbs like dhahaba, pattern, you see that they are coming in three-letter words. Now let's dive into our book so we understand and discuss this topic, since we have set the what we call the foundation of our discussion. We are still on our book at دروس اللغة العربية لغير ناطقين بها. That is the lessons for the non-speakers of Arabic language, and we are now in the book 2 lesson at Darus al-Khamis, lesson 5. Stay with us. This is a conversation between Al-Mudarris and Hamid, the teacher and Hamid. Al-Mudarris called, the teacher said, Man fataha bab al-fasli, who opened the door of the class. And Hamid responded that Ana fatahtuhu, I opened it. You can see the word fatahtu, I opened. Fatahtuhu, I opened it. You can see from here that from this single word fatahtuhu, we can split it into three. Fataha is a word, then the two there is the subject of the sentence, fatahtu, I open. Then the who there is coming as the object of the sentence, fatahtuhu. You can think that, why I said earlier that the object of the sentence should always carry fatha. Why is the who not carrying fatha? This is because there are some words which are considered to be al-mabni, and this we have also discussed in previous videos whose link is placed above, that there are words that are non-declinable, their endings cannot change. So who remains who always, it cannot change to her. Fatahtuhu, ana fatahtuhu, I opened it. Then Al-Mudarris says, وَمَنْ فَتَحَ النَّوَافِذَ, and who opened the windows? Ali, you said, ana fatahtuha, I opened it, or I opened them. Al-Mudarris said, مَنْ كَسَرَ هَذَا الْمَكْتَبَ, مَا هَذَا الْمَكْتَبَ, who broke this table? هذا المكتبة. أأنت كسرته يا هاشم? Are you the one who broke it, oh Hashim? Then Hashim said, لا إني ما كسرته, I did not break it. Then Al-Mudarris said, أرجع زكريا وحمزة وعثمان من مكة. Has Zakaria, Hamza and Uthman returned from Makkah? Then Hamid said, لا ما رجعوا, no, they did not return, they have not returned. Abbas said, Ya Ustaz, oh teacher, خرج الطلاب الجدد وذهبوا إلى المدير. The new students went out and went to the principal. Al-Mudarris said, أفهمت الدرس يا طلحة? Oh Talha, do you understand the lesson? Then Talha said, نعم فهمته جيدا, I understood it very well. فهمت, I understood. Who, I understood it very well. Al-Mudarris said, أكتبت الأجوبة يا فيصل? Have you written? Did you write the answers for Faisal? Faisal said, لا ما كتبتها, no, I did not write them. Then Al-Mudarris said, لماذا? Why? لماذا? Why? Then Faisal said, لأنني ما فهمت الأسئلة, because I do not understand the lessons, the questions. Al-Mudarris said, Al-Hafizta Surat al-Fajr ya Ibrahim? Oh Ibrahim, Al-Hafizta Surata, do you understand Surat al-Fajr? You can see ta with fatha, because Surah is coming as the object of the sentence, therefore it carries fatha. Do you understand Surah al-Fatiha? Do you memorize Surah al-Fatiha? Oh Ibrahim. Ibrahim said, Na'am hafidtuha, yes, I memorized it. Wa hafiztu Surat al-Tin, and I also memorized Surah al-Tin also. Now we have tamarin exercises to better understanding. The first one says, Ajib adil as'ilatil atiya, answer the following questions. What the first question says, Aina dhahabat tullabu jududu, where did the new students went to? You can simply say, dhahabat tullabu jududu ila al-mudiri. Number 2, we have afahima tallahatu darsa, did Talha understood the lesson? Naam fahima tallahatu darsa. Number 3, we have أي سورة حفظ إبراهيم, which surah does Ibrahim memorize? You can see حفظ إبراهيم سورة الفجر وسورة التين. Then the next one says من فتح النوافذ, who opened the windows? We can say who opened the windows, as the teacher, when teacher asked, we can say علي فتح علي النوافذ. Then exercise number 2, we have ضع هذه العلامة, place this sign أمام الجمل الصحيحة, in front of the correct sentences. وهذه العلامة, and this sign أمام الجمل غير الصحيحة, in front of sentences which are incorrect. Number 1, we have فتح علي الفصل, Ali opened the door, the class. La, this is not correct. Number 2, we have ما رجع زكريا وحمزة وعثمان من مكة. Hamza and Zakaria and Uthman have not returned from Makkah. That is correct. Number 3, we have ما كتب فيصل الأجوبة لأنه ما فهم الأسئلة. نعم, that is correct. ما كتب فيصل الأجوبة لأن قلمه مكسور. Faisal did not write the answers because his pen is broken. Wrong. We have exercise number 3. The instruction says تأمل الأمثلة الآتية. Ponder over the following examples. The first example we have here is قرأ الطالب القرآن. The student read the Quran. You can see الطالب is the fa'il, the subject of the sentence, while al-Qur'anu is the object. That's why it's carrying fatha. Then next we have al-qahwa, coffee. Have shariba doiful qahwata. The stranger drank the coffee. And next we have ad-darsu. That is katab al-mudarrisu darsa. The teacher wrote the lesson. So we can see al-mudarrisu is carrying fatha, while al-darsa is carrying al-mudarrisu is carrying dumma, while ad-darsa is carrying fatha. Check. Now we have al-baba. Now we have fatahat Aminatul baba. Amina opened the door. So Aminatu carrying doma because it is the subject of the sentence, the fa'il. Why al-baba is coming as the object of the sentence, the maf'ul bihi. Therefore, it is required to carry fatha. Now, analyzing these sentences, we hear Qara'a at-talibul Qur'an. The student wrote the Qur'an, read the Quran. So Qara'a is the verb which shows that this is a verbal sentence. Then at-talibu is the fa'il. We can see doma on it. And al-Qur'ana is the maf'ulun bihi, the object of the sentence. Exercise number 4, the instruction says ayyin al-af'ala, ayyin al-fa'ila, wal-maf'ula bih fil jumal al-atiyah. That is, indicate the subject and the object of the sentence, of these sentences. ضع خطا واحدا تحت الفاعل وخطين تحت المفعول به. How do you indicate the subject of the sentence and also the object of the sentence? It is by placing a dash, a line, just a single line under the subject of the sentence, and placing a double line under the object of the sentence. Washkul akhira kulli minha, and record the end. Put fatha where it's supposed to be fatha, and dumma where it should be dumma. Now we have kasar of tiflul qalama. The student broke the pen. So a tiflu, you already know, is the it should carry dumma is the fa'il, and the al-qalam is the maf'ulun bihi. Ghasalat Aminatul Mindila. Amina washed the handkerchief. So Amina and Mamina fa'il, al-mindil maf'ulun bihi. Akala Usamatul inaba wal akalat zawjatuhu mawza. Usama ate grape and his wife ate the banana. So Usama here is the fa'il, al-inab is the maf'ulun bihi, zawjatuhu is the fa'il, and maf'ulun bihi, al-mawza is maf'ulun bihi. Sharibatil baqaratul ma'a. The cow drank the water. You know which one is fa'il and the other one which is maf'ulun bihi. Hafidhu hamdatul Qur'an. Hamza memorized the Quran. Darabat Fatima bintaha. Fatima beat her daughter. Qatala rajulul hayyata bil hajari. The man killed the snake with a stone. So ar-rajulu, you know, is the fa'il. Al-hayyata is the maf'ulun bihi. Sami'a Bilalunil adhana wa dhahaba ila al-masjidi. Bilal had the adhan and went to the mosque. So sami'a is fa'ilun, Bilalun is fa'ilun, al-adhan is maf'ulun bihi, and katab al-mudarrisu ad-darsa al-sabura. The teacher wrote the lesson on the board. So al-mudarrisu fa'ilun, ad-darsa maf'ulun bihi. Lastly, we have fatah al-baqalu dukkana fi sa'at al-thamina. The grocer opened the shop by 8 o'clock. Or by 8 o'clock. So al-baqalu is fa'ilun and al-dukkan is maf'ulun bihi. Moving to exercise number 5, the instruction says akmil jumal al-atiya bi kalimati munasibati wa bi shakl. Complete the following sentences using the appropriate words. Number 1, we have man fatahal baba. Man fatahal baba. That's what the answer would be. Number 2, we have ghasalat ukhti. You say ghasalat ukhti al-malabisa. Number 3, we have dash ar-rajulul hayyata bil asa. We say qatala ar-rajulul hayyata bil asa. Number 4, we have dash Yusuf al-qahwa. We say shariba Yusufu al-qahwata. Then next we have katab al-mudarrisu ala sabur. You say katab al-mudarrisu ad-darsa ala saburati. Number 6, we have dash su'adul khubza. You say akalat su'adu al-khubza. Su'ad ate the bread. Exercise number 7, we have qara'tu. What will I say? Qara'tu al-Qur'ana. I read the Quran. Number 8, we have a dash al-adhana ya Hamza. We can say atasma'ul adhana ya Hamza. Do you hear the adhan, O Hamza? Number 9, we have dash at-tajiru ad-dukkan. We can say fataha at-tajiru ad-dukkan. Number 10, we have dash at-tullabu min al-fasli. We can say kharaja at-tullabu min al-fasli. Number 6, we have اجعل كل من الكلمات الآتية مفعولا به واضبط آخرها. That is, make the following words to be past to be اجعل كل من الكلمات الآتية مفعولا به. Make the following words to be object of the sentence and record their endings. We have the first one, al-Qur'anu. I can simply means make it to be al-Qur'ana. You can place it in a sentence. We have at-tufahu, it becomes at-tufaha when it appears as maf'ulun bihi. Ad-darusu becomes ad-darsa, al-qahwatu becomes al-qahwata, al-babu becomes al-baba, al-qamisu becomes al-qamisa. Exercise number 7, we have ta'ammali mithalain al-atiyain. That is, ponder over these two sentences, two examples. The first example says at-tullabu dhahabu ila al-mal'abi. The students went to the field. Under it, we have ذهب الطلاب إلى الملعب. The students went to the field. When you look at the first sentence, it is a nominal sentence because it begins with a noun. And when we have a noun, a plural noun beginning a nominal sentence, the verb coming after it should be in the plural form. However, under it, we have a verbal sentence which begins with a verb, and the fa'il, the subject of the sentence, a pronoun, is a plural noun. Therefore, the dhahaba should be used. On this side, we have at-talibatu dhahabna ila al-maktaba. The female students went to the library. So you say dhahabat at-talibatu ila al-maktaba. The female students went to the library. So after the first sentence is a nominal sentence, that's why we have dhahabu. While the second sentence is a verbal sentence, that's why we have dhahabat for singular verb. Now we have exercise number 8. The instruction says qadima قدم الفعل في الجمل الآتية كما هو موضح في المثال. Here we have an example. The example one, you can see that the noun comes before the verb. But on this side, we have the verb is being brought forth first before the noun. We have to do the same to the other sentences. Example, we have al-awladu sharibu al-qahwa. The boys drank the coffee. We have sharibu al-awladu al-qahwa. The boys drank the coffee. Number 2, we have an-nasu sami'u al-adhana. The people had the adhan. You can see sami'u al-nasu al-adhana. Number 3, we have at-tullabu katabu al-ajiba. The students wrote the answers. We can say kataba at-tullabu al-ajiba. Next, we have at-talibatu dakhalna al-fasla. The female students enter the class. We say dakhalat at-talibatu al-fasla. Next, we have al-mudarrisuna kharaju min al-fasl. The teachers went out from this class in al-fusul. We say kharaja al-mudarrisuna min al-fusul. Next, we have Zumalai Raja'u min Makkah. My partners returned from Makkah. We say Raja'a Zumalai min Makkah. Next, we have Akhawati Ghasalna al-Qumsan. My sisters wash the clothes. So we say Ghasalat Akhawati al-Qumsan. Next, we have At-Tujaru Fatahu Dakakin. The merchants open the stores. We say Fatahat Tujaru Dakakina. Next, we have At-Tabibatu Dhahabna ila al-Mustashfa. The female doctors went to the hospital. We say Zahabat at-Tabibatu ila al-Mustashfa. Lastly, we have At-Tullabu Fahimu Darsa. The students understood the lesson. We say Fahim At-Tullabu Darsa. MashaAllah. Coming to exercise number 9, we have Ta'ammal al-Amthila al-Atiya. Ponder over the following examples. The first one, we have Kharaja at-Tullabu wa Dhahabu. The students went out and went away. The students came out and went away. So you can see, because kharaja begins the sentence, that's why we use a singular kharaja. But when we come to dhahaba is coming after at-tullabu. Therefore, we have dhahabu. Next, we have qara at-tullabu wa katabu. The students read and wrote. So akala an-nas wa sharibu. The men ate and drank. Next exercise, we have كون جمل مثل هذه مستعملا للفعلين الواردين في كل تمرين ومستعملا بالكلمة التي بين قوسين. Since we have seen the above examples, we are now to form the following words into the forms of this example. Number 1, we have dakhala and jalasa. We can say, and on this I have at-tullabu al-fasla. We can say dakhala at-tullabu al-fasla wa jalasu. Number 2, we have daraba qatala al-awlad al-hayya. We say daraba al-awlad al-hayyata wa qataluha. Now we have qara'a or fahima. And at-tullabu darsa, we see qara'a at-tullabu darsa wa fahimuhu. Now, Sami'a dhahaba. Then we have sami'a nasul adhana wa dhahabu ila al-masjidi. MashaAllah. Coming to exercise number 10, the instruction says Kawin jumalan mustamilan li kalimat al-atiyah. Form sentences using the following words. The first one says akala. I can say akaltu tama. Next I can say gosalat ukhtil qamusara. Next I can say qara hamidun kitaba. Next I can say kataba I can say kataba aliyun ad-darsa. Next I can say daraba muhammadun aliyan. Next I can say qatala aliyun al-hayata. Next I can say dakhala muhammadun al-baba. I can say kharaja muhammadun min al-fasli. Hafiza muhammadun ad-darsa. Shariba muhammadun al-ma'a. Fahima muhammadun ad-darsa. Then lastly sami'a muhammadun al-adhana. Coming to the last exercise number 11, the instruction says ta'ammal mayali. Ponder over the following. The first one we have man fatah al baba, who opened the door, and we can see ana fatahtu, I opened it. Ana fatahtu, in the bracket you can see fatahtu, I opened. Then the who it, I opened it. Man fatah al nawafida, who opened the windows, you can see ana fatahtuha, I opened it. Fatahtu, I opened. Then ha it, I opened it. So ha is used for feminine, while who is used for masculine. Now we have al-kalimatul jadida to crown our lesson. So we have new vocabulary. The first one is al-inabu. My sister, what's al-inabu? Al-inabu means grape. We have al-mauzu, brother. Al-mauzu means banana. We have atinu. Atinu means fig. Fig. Watini was zaytun. Then we have al-fajru. Al-fajru, time of fajr. Then we have jawabun, answer. Ajiwibatun, answers. Su'alun, a question. As'ilatun, questions. Al-baqalu, the grocer. Then we have al-asa, stick. Then we have hayyatun, that is a snake. Hayyatun, snakes. Sami'a, he had. Fahima, he understood. Shariba, he drank. With this, we come to the end of this lesson. Make sure you resolve all of these exercises by yourself. For those of us who have not gotten this book, make sure you click on the link in the description box to download a copy of it, or go to a bookstore to purchase yours, as this will be very beneficial to you as you follow us in our lessons. Make sure you like, share with your friends, hit on the subscription button to be part of this family, and don't relent in subscribing to our membership to get members only perks. Until we meet again, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.